Hi, I'm Randy Crowver, and I want to welcome you to another session of Life Matters. I'm sorry that I'm dressed the way I am today. I've just been out trimming tree limbs. We had a big ice storm here in Oklahoma about 2 weeks ago, and we're still cleaning up from the mess. And I want you to know, I thought it was important to go ahead and dress this way today because I want to talk to you about work. Not any other kind of work, but the real work, the work of working on you. That's the work that ultimately counts. Because, hey, I got news for you. No matter what else happens to you in your life, no matter what else comes your way, no matter what are the skills or abilities you gain, it all comes down to you. Knowledge is power, and self-knowledge is the most powerful thing that you can have. So I want to share with you some tools, and just like working with those tree limbs, there's a lot of different tools that you can use. If I got a small tree limb, I can take small pruning shears. If I got bigger tree limbs, then well, I got big lopping shears. And if the tree limbs are really, really big, guess what? I've got my bow saw. There are different tools for different jobs, and it's the same way with helping you figure out about what your strengths are, what your abilities are, and how you can best move forward in life. Right now, one of the more popular tools to use is called the Compton Strength Finder. With the Compton Strength Finder, you're going to be able to sort out what of 34 different themes are your primary themes. And the idea is if you know your primary themes, you can do your job and do your life a whole lot better by working out of your primary themes. That's a great way to look at things. Work from your strength. I use it a lot with my clients. I use it a lot with myself. However, when things start to go bump in the night and don't work right, the only thing it says, well, do more of the same. Well, that can also be the definition for insanity. Another great tool is the DISC. It stands for dominance, influence, steadiness, and conscientiousness. It's a really great tool to help you understand how you work in groups. However, if you're getting ready to work just on yourself, Another great tool is are the inventories to help you understand your emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is really, really important. Being able to perceive and understand what's going on in yourself emotionally, being able to understand and perceive what's going on in somebody else emotionally, all of those things are very, very important because they change the way that you're going to act and relate with other people. Great tool. However, does it tell you how you think and how you process things? Does it tell you where you get your energy in life? Does it tell you about how you orient yourself toward the world? Sure doesn't. HR directors, a lot of them will like to use the Big Five. The Big Five's great. It also talks about some things that are very helpful and important. However, be careful. There's one scale in the Big Five that has to deal with neuroticism. That's partly about how you're going to act emotionally under pressure, and they can use that in ways that you may not appreciate. So the Big Five's there. It's a great tool. However, it doesn't do what my favorite tool does. That's the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Now, the Myers-Briggs has been around for a long, long time. It's probably the oldest of all the tools. It's also one of the most researched tools you can use. And it's one of the tools that gives me some of the best clues to help you start getting better quicker. Now, we've all probably gone online and taken a Myers-Briggs. And yeah, the Myers-Briggs will give you 4 letters. Based on 4 different scales, either extroversion, introversion, that's about where you get your energy, about sensing or intuiting, that's the way you take in and store information, or about thinking and feeling, not about emotion. It's weird, I'll tell you about it some other time. But if that scale is about how do you decide things, and finally, what is your orientation toward the world? Do you use your perceiving skills of intuition or sensing in an extroverted way to deal with the world, or do you tend to use your thinking or your feeling strengths to be able to deal and process with the world around you? all four of those work together to give you a real clear picture of how you get your energy, how you take in and process information, how you make decisions, and how do you orient yourself toward the world. Are you the kind of person who likes things taken care of right now, prone to making snap judgments also? Or are you the kind of person who wants to take in all the information you can before you make a decision? Oh, wait a minute. You can get caught courting too slow. Yeah, they will all tell you what the Compton Strength Finder tells you, what DISC may tell you, what emotional intelligence may tell you. It may give you some idea of what your strengths are, but it does far more than that. With the Myers-Briggs type indicator, I can go in and I can help you figure out what's tripping you up. In fact, there's a whole page dedicated to it. Now, I want you to know something. I want you to know that that page is all part of a 2-page minimum inventory. There's a whole lot more that we can do. Once we have that information, we can only not only talk about what your strengths are, but we can talk about where you need to grow. We can talk about how you want to move ahead. We can talk about what's tripping you up. You see, all of these are only good as ways to start talking about you. None of them tells us who you are. None of this gives us an idea of your personality. They talk about strengths, they talk about things, they talk about preferences, but they don't define you. The only thing that defines you is a conversation, and the best conversations you can have is with a licensed practitioner who understands the nature of the tools they're using and how to best help you get the most of them to get the best out of your life. That's what I want to do for you, because at Compton Strength Finder, I'm a maximizer, and I want to maximize your life. My name is Randy Crownover. I'm a licensed marital and family therapist in Oklahoma. My license only allows me to help you if you live inside the state of Oklahoma. Please check out my webpage. And if you like this video today, hope you subscribe, pass it along to a friend, and give me a good like. Look forward to seeing you again next week.